Hi students, welcome to online class. So today we are going to discuss about chapter 12, structured query language. So what is mean by structured query language? So we are going to see here introduction to SQL. See, the SQL structured query language is a standard programming language to access and manipulate the databases. See, each and every data is stored in the database. Actually, the database will be in a tabular format. So, using this particular language, the data is retrieved. It is used to store. So SQL language is used to store, retrieve, and then it is used to create. So all these functions can be done in the database using this particular language. SQL is a structured query language. So in the name itself we can understand. So query in the sense we are going to ask the question, right? So what are the questions we can ask from the database means, for example, if I want to gather some data from the database, the students, those who got more than 90 marks in a particular subject, so we can ask the question so that that particular language, using that language, we are going to retrieve the data from the database. So it's a standard programming language to access and manipulate the databases. Then what are the functions it can do? So that is given in the second point. You see, SQL allows the user to create, retrieve, alter and transfer information among the databases. So we can create the data as well as we can retrieve. Retrieve means whatever the data which is stored in the database, that can be get back. So alter in the sense we can do some changes. It may be some editing work in the data, or else if you want to change the entire structure, entire table, so those things can be done. So creation, retrieve, and then alter and transfer the information among the databases. So how we are transferring the information through WhatsApp, Gmail, like that, we can transfer one information from one database to another database. Right. It is a language designed for managing and accessing data in the relational database management system. So we are going to learn about RDBMS also. So in the previous chapters we have studied about DBMS as well as RDBMS. So DBMS means we know very well, database management system. The database management system is a software where we can define, create and maintain the data, whereas RDBMS means RDBMS is a advanced version of DBMS. It stores the data in a tabular format, whereas DBMS is used to store the data in a file format, right? So this particular language, SQL language, is designed for managing. Managing means creation, retrieve, alter, all the process, whatever the process we are doing. So all the process comes under managing. Creation, retrieve, alter, right? Doing some changes, deletion. So all these things are called managing. So it is a language designed for managing and accessing data in the relational database management system. Right. There are many versions of SQLs are there. Actually, there are many versions. Now we are using SQL Server 2008. Right. Actually, first the original version was developed by IBM Research Center. We know very well IBM Research Center. So, and it was originally called as SQL. It is not SQL. It is called as SQL. In early 1970s, in the early 1970s itself it was developed, and then later the name was changed. Later the name was changed it as SQL, right? In 1986, ANSI standard, that is we know very well about ANSI, American National Standard Institute, published an SQL standard that was updated again in 1992. Actually 1970 they have found out, then later it was changed to SQL. then 1992 only they have updated. And the latest release was 2008. The latest SQL release was in 2008. So they named as SQL 2008. So they named as SQL 2008. So this may be the history of SQL. So first it was called as SQL, then it was changed as SQL. Then ANSI they have updated the version in 1992. Then the latest version was SQL 2008. Right. Now we are going to see what is the role of SQL in DBMS. So what kind of role it is playing in the database management system. Right. RDBMS means we know very well the expansion, Relational Database Management System. Right. The Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL Server, IBM DB2, Microsoft Access, these are all RDBMS packages because these are used to store the data in a tabular format. Whereas SQL is a language which is used to access data in databases. Whatever the data it may be stored, all the data can be accessed, all the data can be accessed, maintained, managed, everything can be done through the SQL language. So what is mean by database? See, these introductions we have discussed in the chapter 11 itself. We know very well about database, DBMS and RDBMS. But again they are trying to recover the old content. They are trying to convey what is database. They are trying to give you deeper information. Right? Whatever you have studied in the chapter 11, the same thing. Just we are seeing the introduction only. So again, database means in general database is a collection of tables that stores sets of data. So sets of data means more than one data. Database is a collection of table that stores sets of data that can be queried for use in other applications. So that particular data may be used in some other application. So for that we are going to make a query. So using the SQL language we are going to ask the questions and then the data will be retrieved from the database. Right. A database management system supports the development, administration and the use of database platforms. So that's why they have given the name as DBMS, Database Management System. So this particular system will administer, will develop, it is used to support everything. Not only the development as well as the administration as well as the usage of the platforms. What type of platforms needed, all the platforms can be used by this particular system, that is database management system. Right. Say RDBMS is a type of DBMS. Yes, it is an advanced version of DBMS that we know very well. So RDBMS is a type of DBMS with a row based table structure. I already told you. So RDBMS means it is used to represent the data in a tabular format, whereas DBMS means it is used to store the data in a file format. Right. So that row based table structure that connects related data elements. So it is used to connect all the related data elements. It will not connect the unrelated elements. So it will be used to collect the related data elements and includes functions related to create, read and then update, delete operations. So it is used to what are the functions that can be applied using the RDBMS means. So we can create the data, we can read the data. Read in the sense we are going to see, we are going to view. Right. So create, read, update and then delete. Updation means some modifications. Right. Deletion you know very well. Delete some particular data or delete a row or delete a column or delete a table. So these operations are collectively called as CRUD. C-R-U-D. So first letter is represented here. Create, read, update and then delete. So all these operations are collectively called as CRUD. Right. The data in RDBMS is stored in database objects called tables. So in relational database management system, the data will always be stored as the tables. So what is mean by table? So already we studied in the 11th chapter. A table is a collection of related data entries and it consists of rows and columns. A simple way we can say that table, the database RDBMS is used to represent the data in the tabular format. Tabular format means which is used to represent in table that consists of rows and columns. So we know very well columns. A column is used to represent the field and then row is used to represent the record. Right? Column is used to represent the field, row is used to represent the record. So collection of related data elements are stored in the tabular format, that is row and columns. Right? Now we can see what is mean by row or what is mean by column. Like that we are going to see the definitions. So first of all, a field can be otherwise called as column. Field can be otherwise called as column. So a field is a column in a table that is designed to maintain specific related information about every record in the table. So it is going to store the specific information. Specific information means a student's name, a student's mobile number, or student blood group, right? Employee number, employee age, right? Employee's address. Like that it is used to store a specific related information about each and every record. So record in the sense that is called row. So they are giving in another definition. It is a vertical entity. It is a vertical entity that contains all information associated with the specific field in a table. So again they are trying to say vertical column means that is represented as a vertical manner. So vertical entity. So that contains all the information. So that contains all information about the specific field. Each and every column represents the specific information. For example, if you take a consolidated mark sheet, if the class teacher used to fill a consolidated mark sheet, the first column that represents the name of the student. Then second column it may be representing the Tamil mark. So there they cannot write the total marks, or there they cannot write the English mark or something else. So each and every column is unique. That contains only the specific information about the student, about each and every record. Right? So it's a vertical entity that contains all the information associated with a specific field in a table. So some examples are given there. See here, admission number. So that column contains only the admission number of the students. Student name, student age, student class, and then what is the place he is coming from, right? Like an address, right? Can you understand, students? Field or column, right? Specific information about each and every student, right? Now we can see about row or record. What is mean by row or record? Say a record is a row which is a collection of related fields or columns that exist in a table. So collection of columns are combined together and then it forms the row or record, right? So a record is a horizontal entity. So already we studied in the last column field. It's a vertical entity because column is represented in a vertical manner. Then what about row or record? Row or record is represented in a horizontal manner. So horizontal entity in a table which represents the detail of the particular student in the student table. So each and every row discuss or describes about each and every student information. If you take a particular student name Adi, so that is used to store what is the name of the student. Name of the student is Adi. So what is his mark? So Adi's Tamil mark is 85. Adi's English mark is 93. Adi's physics mark is. So like that each and every student's detail is stored in the record. It is stored in the row. So it is represented in a horizontal manner. It is represented in a horizontal entity, right? So I think you might have understood this video. So we have discussed about what is SQL, and what is mean by table, and what is mean by row and column. So I think you might have understood this. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.